This is not a heli-skiing adventure. It's another day on the job for Metro Vancouver's field hydrologist Peter Marshall. On his way to validating data that will help plan for the coming summer and beyond.
So our weather stations are used really to determine two key things in our watershed areas: water supply and also water quality.
The water comes from 3 reservoir lakes: Capilano, Coquitlam, and Seymour. But there's a 4th water supply. The snowpack plays an important role in supplementing our spring and summer storage as it slowly melts.
Our seasonal snowpack in the watersheds is really like our 4th reservoir, or our mountain reservoir.
This mountain reservoir's size fluctuates each year, depending on how much snow falls in the winter months, which is why the data from this remote weather station is so important.
Knowing how much snow is in the mountains allows us to plan for water supply for the summer months. If it's a low snowpack year, our reservoirs will start draining down maybe a month or even 2 months earlier than usual.
But the snow monitoring is just one of the watershed data points Peter collects throughout the year.
2 vehicles in on Mid-Lake Bench.
Fire weather stations are also collecting and sending live data back to Metro Vancouver headquarters that Peter and his colleagues will use to help protect the watershed from wildfires.
Temperature and relative humidity, wind speed, and precipitation. And those primary parameters shows us how dry the fuels are, which we can then use to determine the fire danger for the area.
The stakes here are high, with over 60,000 hectares of precious watershed ecosystem to protect.
When the fire danger is at a certain level, workers need to make sure they're not sparking fires. That can include fire watches, and work might stop for a period of time.
At Peter's final stop, the Capilano hydrometric station measures the flow of water coming into the reservoir as it's been doing for over 100 years.
The volume of stream flow of the Capilano is being determined by means of a current meter.
It has a data record dating back to 1914, so a very, very long period that we can look at changes in flow from month to month or year to year.
A lot has changed in 100 years. Data that was gathered manually on site now streams live 24/7. And new technologies like LiDAR and satellites are providing a deeper understanding of Metro Vancouver's water supply, an understanding that is key to making decisions for our future.
So looking at historical data from the watersheds over the last century, we can see that there is a change in conditions, especially over the last several years.
With our climate changing in unpredictable ways, moving forward, it's essential to have real-time, accurate information so we can continue to deliver world-class water to our region for the next 100 years.